not just all this cool stuff. We've actually got some entertainment for you guys. And Zed and Grian have a just absolutely insane amount of entertainment for you guys. Zed?
Absolutely, yeah. We've got a pretty fun schedule planned. We've leveled up from last year a little bit, I'd say. We're going above and beyond. Whether we stick to the schedule to the minute by minute, who knows? Bear with us on that a little bit, but we'll try and get through. So today we're doing a fun little intro. You're watching it right now.
You're in that one.
You're in it. Well
You're
done.
in it.
You found it already. Then we've got the Imp and Skiz podcast, which is maybe less of a podcast I'm hearing now and more of some kind of battle game show thing. So yeah, that should be a lot of fun. There'll be some hermits in there as well. Graham, we've got the...
Oh, yeah, so we're doing a Guess the Build again. We did that last year, if you remember that. But this year we've just got a slight twist on it so that it's a little bit different. And then what's after?
The next one, I am doing the Quiet Games with Tango. Tango and I are running that. A game show all about being as quiet as you can. And we're all known for being pretty quiet people, right? Yeah, we're not loud, screamy YouTubers or anything. So yeah, that should be a lot of fun as well. There's also some TCG coming up too.
Yeah.
Joe's going to be hosting some TCG, some live, real cards, real people, real everything. The table will be real. Everything is real, Joe, right? Real table. Okay, good. We managed to pull it off. A real table just for you guys. And then Graham, what's happening at the end?
Ooh. Oh, we're on Hermitcraft, right?
Yeah,
we're on Hermitcraft. We're on Hermitcraft for the last bit.
For the last little bit, hanging out together.
Yeah.
As a group,
Yeah.
right?
Nice outro.
And then tomorrow, we have...
Oh yeah, we've got another kind of little intro, easing back into things.
We'll be having some coffee.
Yeah, I mean it'll be morning for us, but I imagine if you're in Europe or the east of the US, it's going to be slightly later. So we're battling time zones a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, and then afterwards we've got
we've got a section called Mystery Hermit, which is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be watching a Mystery Hermit. Maybe somebody stood in this room. Maybe somebody that couldn't make it today that's still at home. We're going to be watching their gameplay a little bit live and seeing if we can discover exactly who that hermit is, and you get to play along at home as well. You're actually going to be against some detective hermits that we have here, so get research and your hermit gameplay knowledge for that one.
You don't know if it's Mumbo, right? Because it's just...
yeah, if it's Mumbo, he's just moving around all the time.
Doesn't stop.
You should be able to figure it out.
Then it's my big one on Sunday. We are playing Permit Master, real life version.
Very exciting.
But as the permits are now gone, it might be Hermit Master.
We'll just change it on the schedule here, no problem. Cool, we've got the Q&A as well. Before that, we're doing an awesome Q&A where you'll be able to send in some questions for us with your donations, and we'll try and answer as many of them as we can. We won't get through them all, of course. We also got Hot Ones as well. Again, we've put an extra spin, lots of twists and spins we're putting on things this year. So that should be a lot of fun still. There's going to be some people eating very spicy hot stuff, or maybe they haven't. Maybe they haven't eaten some hot stuff. That's to be decided.
And then finally we have our party hour, hopefully, with everyone's generosity.
Yeah.
We'll see the weekend out with just like kind of a party hour. At that point, like the auction will end. And I think it's worth mentioning now that there is an auction and there is so much on there. It's worth having a look. We will kind of like bring out stuff and show on the host stream with Scar, and we'll have a look at some of the goodies because they're in the other room there. Some of them are, some of them aren't. But yeah, it's well worth having a look at. A lot of these are kind of one of a kind, so very, very cool bits of memorabilia.
Big time. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
No worries.
And we want to remind you guys, thank you so much for all the donations, supporting the auction. Also, we 100% understand not everybody can donate monetarily. But if you're interested in helping, just being in the chats, hanging out with the hermits in their chats, and sharing the links, that goes a absolute long way. Yep. So don't worry if you can't donate. $1 is amazing. If you could just do that, we just appreciate every absolute bit of support. So thank you guys so much. As Graham mentioned, we have the auction items. Scroll all the way down. There is some wild stuff. Like Joe, we're gonna have to guitar.
Yeah, Nate Jones, an amazing luthier, made a custom Hermitcraft guitar. It's not on the listing yet because Ren is going to play it, and then we're all going to sign it. So there's going to be auction items added all weekend long. Keep an eye on that. Keep refreshing that page.
Can we sign it whilst he's playing?
No. You know what? I'm not bossing you.
And Green, you got some really cool stuff.
Yeah, I really I went out and got some really cool stuff made. So I've got a little tiny permit office. That one's actually on there already. We've got some custom permits, like scrolls that you can hang on the wall. Again, custom made. And we've got a couple of vinyls as well of some of our, big songs of years gone by, and there's one dedicated to Please Hold as well. So that I got there's some really unique stuff that I got made just for this auction.
I've got a Scarland art book, and that'll be signed by everybody here. Also, surprisingly, I have the replica of the Jason Momoa jacket from the Minecraft movie. So we're gonna sign that, and that'll be really cool. That's apparently, according to Munching, very rare. That's very
sold
rare.
out.
So
Sold out immediately.
sold out immediately. So that's going to be a really cool item that'll come on soon. So next up is the Impinska's game show / podcast.
In a little bit.
Yeah, so everyone's gonna go back to their kind of stations now, kind of talk to everyone, and we'll get settled in for the next sort of half hour. Those guys are gonna go and prep for the podcast of sorts, and I guess Scar and I, we can go to the host thing and chat to everyone. So yeah, scatter.
Great.
Good, go. Yeah.
Behind us, by the way, you might have noticed this
Ooh.
is an auction item. This is the first ever Hermitcraft PC. Look at that.
Can you see that well? I mean, it's got the Hermitcraft logo here, and like, I'll be honest, it's a PC with stickers on it. Like, let's not beat around the bush. It's a Hermitcraft branded.
It's not Obsidian?
No, sure. Oh, no scares. It's got some cool stickers, and I guess that's going. Is it on the auction already?
It will be.
It will be.
You'll get
It will
that.
be.
I think it's maybe. I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
I don't-
Is that the one we're using right now?
No, but it's running.
Okay.
In the background.
Cool. Well, I don't know about that then.
But it will be on the auction.
Oh, it will be.
It
So
will
we
be on
can
the auction.
we can assign that if people want. I don't know.
Yes. So that PC will be signed by everybody in attendance. So that's going to be a really unique. Like, you'll own the first ever just Hermitcraft PC.
Yeah.
Also signed.
Yeah.
And then we have a Pharaoh Cub. I defeated the Pharaoh Cub in TCG once. I did defeat him.
got some-
and there's
we got
so many cool
Yeah,
things.
I'll wheel some stuff out. Maybe I'll do that in a minute. Because we actually got a little while before the podcast. We got like, I don't know, 25 minutes.
Yeah. Because they're setting up. So that's not just a podcast. There's
No,
some surprises.
we're not allowed to say.
Not
We're
gonna say.
No,
Not gonna
don't
say.
spoil
Not
it.
gonna
Don't spoil
say.
it. They've given me so much power.
They have.
They're gonna
And
regret
you've already exerted that power.
I
yesterday.
have. I maybe after the podcast I'll explain what happened because it will be too much spoilers otherwise. But I was crying, laughing like I haven't done since I was a child. It was very funny.
Of course, kids.
Very funny.
Oh, I got something. I'm going mobile.
Oh, he's off.
I got something.
It's me. Hello.
It's me.
They, you want to get some? Do you want me to go and get some auction items and we can show off some stuff?
We've got so many cool things we want to show you guys. I don't even know if I'm in camera.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Yeah, just
So Scarland art book. So the Scarland art book, we're gonna sign. There we go. Presenting.
Oh, should we ask them? Because we weren't sure. We need some opinions here. So we can either sign the front of the book, or we can do it in the first page. We don't really know.
I'm
Like-
so opposed to signing the front, but I feel like if somebody is buying this for the autographs, wouldn't you
Yeah.
want it to see on your shelf?
I
But
don't
it's
know.
like- but then the artists, they're like drawing over their art.
Inside is definitely. Yeah,
Can we get a
inside.
poll? Well, if we get a poll, mods, that would be
Good. Yeah, mods. Can you put together a poll? So
Yeah.
so like on the front or just inside the first page. I mean, it looks like inside is
yeah. So
the
it's
big winner.
yeah. So we just need your opinion. So if we could have there's a poll now. So please enter in that poll. And inside of the Scarland art book, you also get these delightful stickers. So you get these awesome
Ooh.
stickers, and look, there is the snails.
Hey.
And the pesky bird, and then it's just Scarland and a few other things like that. So that's also in there, and a postcard, which I think they should bring back postcards. It's a little like season.
Bring back postcards like they got rid of them all.
They just
don't.
postcards.
There's postcards. You can still buy a
I
postcard.
don't think you can.
Yes, you can. They didn't just get rid of postcards. People just don't buy them.
I know, but they used to have postcards everywhere you went. Now they're never around.
Right. Let's have a look at the poll. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what
We're
I'm
gonna
looking
look at
at.
the poll.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. It's
Okay,
not
I'm
even.
s-
It's not even close,
I'm
guys.
so glad.
It's
we
not
did
even
this.
close. Oh, can I share the figures?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So 4% of you, 250 people voted for the front. 96%, 6,600 people have voted for the inside. So I mean, that's pretty resounding.
That's wild.
pretty
Those
resounding.
283 people, you know, I appreciate them.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Yeah, but
you know,
almost seven. Ooh, we're going up to 7,000 now.
that's crazy. Okay, right. I'll go and fill up the trolley.
Yeah, fill up the trolley.
You might need to scoot forward though, so I can get.
Yeah, I will take that spot. I'll move over here. Guys, this is pretty cool. Still getting used to the setup. Drop something. That's fine. Yes. So we have something very, 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 very special. Donated by.
Anything from the trolley.
We'll take the lot.
Anything from the trolley. Let's have a look. Can I see that? You see the trolley?
Oh yeah. Yeah. This actually can pop all the way off. This is a wandering trader cooler. And this is just the scratching the surface on how many cool things are at Mojang's office here. And these are the remote control snails from Wildlife. So we have Quizbot, we have Gary, and Escargot. And these are controllable.
Right.
Triple Cosplay put these together. And when you look at the auction listing, please give all the love the Triple Cosplay. Like, these are incredible, absolutely
I think
incredible.
this comes off, doesn't it?
Yes, and there's the speaker in the center is like the little heart of the snail.
That's cool, eh?
Oh, that's not for this one.
Oh, are you moving one of the others?
Okay, they're moving all of them. Okay, we might have to adjust the frequency for the snails because they're currently activating all of them. But these are really cool. Now, these are going to be signed. So the snails.
Here.
Oh, that's perfect. So the snails will be signed on the back by everybody. And so once again, there's it looks like a sweet, like a chocolate.
I did
That's
kind of think
really-
like, shouldn't be touching them.
I do have gloves, but I lost them. They're gone.
I know where they are.
But isn't that cool?
Let's
And
have a
then
look. And then
Quizbot.
We got Quizmaster. He's got little removable antennas.
Oh, look at him.
There we go.
And look
that.
at the back. The back's really cool.
I mean, these are really well-made, handmade items. One of a kind.
These are one of a kind. So we didn't talk about it. I forgot. My mistake. In the intro, we have some really cool milestones, and we have a wheel that we're going to spin when we hit these milestones. So when we hit the, actually, it's too blurry for me. If chat, can you tell me what we're currently at for our first milestone? Like, where is the current fund number? Is it 50?
Oh yeah, where are we at?
We're at 50K, 55K.
55.
So we hit a first milestone. Because the first
I
milestone
thought
was,
we were doing. No, I thought it was maybe 100. I thought 100 was the first wheel.
it was
spin.
set at 20, but then I think it went to 100 from there.
Yeah, let's do 100.
Okay,
Let's
okay.
do 100.
So
We're not.
Like just like it just went.
oh, there is a setting.
Oh, you
Probably
just-
got a hardware.
There's
switch on
these
that
there's a setting we need to change on the microphones. They randomly mute once in a while, so there's something in the settings. But chat, sorry about that. Graham from the top.
All right. Okay. I don't know where we left off
I
here.
have no idea.
There's a good chance I touched it and muted it by accident. There's a button on it. Okay, right, we're back. So we've got our spin the wheel here, and maybe I'll talk a little bit about it. I don't know how much they can hear me from this angle. So anyway,
They can hear you, Paul.
here's the wheel. We've got archery, which is a hot guy related thing. We got tortilla slap, which I think is a trend that we're gonna do. Boxing, you can see a boxing match. Bean boozle, which is like horrible tasting beans. We've got at least 3 of these are Nerf gun related.
Oh.
So we've got loads of Nerf blasters over in the other room, and you get one of those, just war breaks out. And they'll be picking up Nerf bullets for days. When we went to Sweden, I was a menace and just had the Nerf.
I've heard stories.
Yeah, basically the staff over in the Sweden keep finding bullets that we lost.
Dude, they're gonna find bullets in these trees
Yeah.
forever.
We got a harmonica thing. That one I think is probably gonna be the funniest
That
one.
will be.
And then we got a snail race where we're gonna race the carts plus some other things. Exile, we're gonna put Pearl in a box.
That-
I don't know why that's on there. That was just we had
That's
some
gonna be really fun.
Pearl goes to exile.
So that's the
So, yeah.
milestones.
So that's the wheel.
And when we hit 100,000, we're going to spin that wheel, and it can be anything on that list. Anything on that list. And it is unbelievable to see the support so far at over $50,000 raised. I'm sure the auction is killing it. We don't see it now, but I'm just seeing the donations popping up. We just saw a $500 donation,
Wow.
which is absolutely incredible. Yeah, it is poor Pearl. Now, what are we going to do when Pearl's in the box? Do we
No, she's just in the
Do we
box.
bug her?
Just hanging. No, she's just hanging out.
and do we have a box?
Yeah, we got a box.
Okay. Okay.
This room was mostly boxes at one point.
It was almost. It was when we got to the hotel, they had a conference room entirely filled with boxes for the event. And one of the hotel guys was like, "You plan on getting these out of here anytime soon?" Because we had a lot of boxes, and there's so much of went into this. I can't underestimate how much work has gone in from the hermits, from the production team, which I don't think has been said enough, like the company Liquid Dogs, who's putting this all on, who's got all the tech running, and to Mojang, to Gamers Outreach. Just a huge thank you to all of them for making this happen, because this is big. We at home are just homebrew guys, hoping our cameras turn on, and being in a place with an actual crew is quite something.
Shall I go and get a few more bits from
Yes.
the auction?
Yes.
We've got like 15 odd minutes until they're starting.
Bring the jacket.
You want the jacket?
Yeah, get
All
the-
right.
And Skiz is
Do you guys want to see the permit office? Do you want to see the things that I brought? Because
Yes. yes, go get it.
I did a lot of work for those.
Yes. Oh man, guys, this is really cool. This is really cool. And to see all the hermits in person, because you have to think, like, to be here at the event, Pearl had to fly all the way from Australia. Jem, you think, oh, Jem's in Canada, that's not too far. Jem is like the longest day every time to travel. She's got to jump on planes. There's fog. Maybe there's a polar bear incident. Maybe a polar bear goes on the runway. You never know. You never know. And then all of the UK folks coming all the way from there. I made it out well. I had a 3-hour drive, and that worked out really well. That worked out exceptionally well. It was the easiest travel day forever. I didn't get beat up. I didn't get yelled at. It was fantastic, avoiding all the troubles of flying. So that was fantastic. And it's just a big thank you to all of the hermits to show up to continue the cause. And as we said in the intro, Hermitcraft, the community, that is you, has donated 300 plus carts around the world. And I just saw that there were carts in Japan, which I didn't know about, which was really cool. And then, of course, we were the first to bring these carts international to the UK, to Australia. And I got some big plans for where the funds. We'll take the lot.
Right. What do you want to see first? Got to be the model, right?
Yes, please.
Right, guys. This model was the first one on the auction site, so it's right at the bottom. It's the last one.
You got to
Please,
scroll.
You've got to go and have a look at it. Right, this. Let's get.
Oh, yeah,
real
get up right
Let's
there.
get real close. Right. Let's have a look.
Back up a little bit. Back up.
Back
That's
up, back
yeah.
up, back up.
It's fixed. Oh well.
Focus.
You got it.
It's not focusing.
Oh, come on, camera. It's more focused on you. Well, now it's focused on me. Just block my dumb head. Come on, camera. We believe in
Not
you.
an autofocus, is it? It's like here.
It does when it wants to.
It's not autofocusing. Scar, do something.
Camera, focus. Here, shake it.
I'm not shaking the camera. Anyway, so this is a tiny model made by Anna R. Maker, who is a professional model maker, and it's a teeny tiny permit office and an exact scale. I think was it 1 to 250
Yeah.
scale, and it's super cool. Like, I'm jealous. I want this in my
There's a
office.
little bit of steam coming out of the air
Oh, yeah.
conditioners, which I help the air conditioners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
And
cool.
of course, Cub made the top portion. You made the whole.
Yeah.
And you. One thing has got to be said, like Grian sets a vibe, like the mood set for the permit office by Grian will go down in history as like one of the silliest fun things in
It's not
Hermitcraft.
working, but
What?
You can get a little bit. You can get an unfocused view of it.
Yeah, but it's fantastic, and that is a model of Hermitcraft history.
Look at that.
That looks so cool. We'll get a better shot of
All right, this had
zoomed
nothing
in.
to do with me, but it's the jacket. This is the crazy jacket.
So we're gonna sign this,
Ooh.
and this is what Jason Momoa wore in the movie. Well, not
this one,
not this
not
one,
screen
not this
one,
one. That
not
would be
the
cool,
screen one.
but it's a replica of it, and this isn't available anymore. So this is one of the sillier things. I think you guys will like it. I think yeah, and we're gonna sign that. And there's so many cool things. Grian's got some more treasures in the Wandering
some
Trader
treasures.
Llama.
All right, here we go. Let's do this.
It's the first I've seen him in person.
It's a real permit. It's a genuine
That's
Diamond.
super cool.
diamond tier permit.
Oh, and
See.
it has a little wax
Got a
seal.
wax seal on it and everything.
Oh, wait, is that?
So it's got.
Oh, it's custom wax seal.
Yeah, it's a custom wax seal.
Oh,
And so it's got,
let's
it
go.
says signed by the permit managers, the enforcers, and then if you want, we can put like your username here. It says we're open 24/7, 24 minutes, 7 days a year. Permission to sell diamond tier items has been sought and approved by the Department of Hermit Permits. We declare that whoever wins this
Yep.
is the rightful owner of this permit and shall forever be granted all the prestige, rights, and privileges that entails from this date forth. The rightful owner of this permit is expected to produce and maintain a high-quality structure within the shopping district and follow all departmental guidelines. There we go.
And there's a stamp,
And a stamp.
and there's little snails on it.
And there's also a gold tier and an iron tier on the auction site. It's not just one, so there's 3, one of each.
Do we want to mention the artist?
Oh yeah. So well, after the vinyls because they did all of them. So,
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's true. Oh, you got the vinyls. I'm so excited about this. Oh, this
I
one.
don't have a good way of putting it. I'm gonna put this back in the box. Back in
Yeah.
the trolley.
We'll find a way of hanging this at some point.
Yeah.
We have set decorators, guys.
Right.
They're
okay.
really cool.
I'm gonna have to take this out of the packet so that we can get a good look. It's a nightmare to get back in. Right. So this is a big one.
This is a big
This is a
one.
really big one. So this was Scar's idea, but I mobilized it.
I had no energy. Guys. Brian did all the work. It was an idea I threw out when we just filmed something for Permit Related, and
This is a custom record, a vinyl with artwork drawn by Cocoa Bats, who is also someone who led the Scar art book.
layout.
Incredibly talented artist and turned this round so quickly. I am eternally grateful. This wouldn't have been possible without her, so I am very grateful.
And those are all hermits.
So yeah, let me get out the cellophane so
Yeah.
they can see it.
The art was, when I saw it, one, how cool it is, and two, like just how quickly this turned around was amazing.
Right. So here we go. This is sort of what do you call it? Art Deco.
Yeah, I would say that,
like
yeah.
Art Deco style.
Be like a fancy jazz,
Yeah.
like sophisticated.
So Art Deco style,
Kenny
and it's got
G.
all the hermits, and every single hermit is playing a different instrument. I've got the gong there,
Oh,
banging
that's so
the
perfect.
gong. But everyone has got see Etho with the saxophone. That's super cool, right? So this is a custom record, and it's even got the stickers on it and everything. Little tiny hermits on the A and the B side. So what songs are on it? What songs are on it? So here's the back of it. They actually did the back, finished the back. So we've got side A, we've got like the Scarland anthem. A lot of these are like kind of time-lapse music. Basically, most of these were Jono songs.
Yes.
These were Jono songs. So we got Sunbeam, Work, We All Love Work, CEO.
Personal
That
favorite.
one, I think
Wait.
CEO was an unused track. So
I've been teasing this forever. I had no idea you put that on
Yeah,
there.
so CEO.
Mambo,
Isn't it? It's something like
Mambo
"We
jumbo.
all need a CEO."
Yeah.
It's a song about Mumbo being CEO, but I don't think it ever got used.
I'm so happy you
so-
put that on
so
there.
it's
I am
like-
so happy.
There's an unreleased track on this.
I've
which
left
is
like
fun.
5-second, like just me singing that in clips when I've gone to see Mumbo as little teasers to
Yeah.
that over the years. That's really exciting.
Yeah. So then we got "Bop" by Eli
Love it.
Beatmaker. You
Love
know,
it.
we can bop if you want it. Yeah. Valley Girl again. Jono. We've got. I mean, we had to put it in there, but we've got "Honey." Honey,
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 honey.
Joel, the Joel original Honey
Yeah,
song
Joel
on
sung that.
record. So you know he's now a published artist.
He is.
Right, Level Up, of course, Portal, the Hermitcraft theme, and then
Yep.
on the other side we've got Please Hold, the Goat Father,
That's
Cyber Rail, some of the newer
Yep.
ones, Block by Block, Elytra, which is from Ren's stuff, and
Yeah.
Green Dance, which is another one of my time lapse
Yeah.
music. There's a lot of
There's
cool
a lot
songs
of
on here.
music
I will say this right now: I haven't tested these because I don't own a record player. I'm assuming they work. All right, I'm saying that now.
And the art is absolutely fantastic. And Jono, as always, kills it with the music, the songwriting. I'm so shocked and excited to see the CEO on there. Mumbo, mumbo. Look at him go. Oh, I'm so
That
excited.
is not how it goes.
I
by the
don't.
way.
I feel like it was.
No,
It's
that's
been a
not how it goes.
while. It's been a while. Oh, this is good. This is good.
Right. Okay. So we've got two custom vinyls. I've got a copy of. I bought
Yeah,
you.
move-
I bought you a copy of that one, by the way.
Yeah.
I ordered.
very
I
excited
ordered
about
Scar a copy. Right. Okay. So second one is just a single track. It's a single, but it's chock full, and it's Please Hold. It's just in. It's all Please Hold. Don't know if you can read that. Don't know if it's probably not gonna focus. But every single track says "Please Hold," and it's got the permits on there.
The camera hates us, but
The camera
we're
does
doing
hate
our
us.
best.
And then here's the front, and it's like the permit office with a permit,
That's my favorite.
at the desk.
That's one of my favorite TCG cards. You at the desk, it's like hello.
So yeah, again, same artist, Julia Cocoa Bats did this. Just amazing, just amazing.
This got. By the time we came up with the idea and the time these were like being printed
4
was
days.
like 4 days.
4 days. They were ordered within 4 days of the idea.
You know, we cut things close, but in the end, it worked out. It's so cool. Those are awesome. Are these on the auction yet?
They should be.
They should be on
They
the
were
auction.
put up this morning.
They should be. And remember, when you go to the auction, scroll all the way down and see all the different items. I threw something on there that I think is kind of cool. It is an Etho card from season 1. It is 389 out of 500. They were slabbed Etho cards. It's like a really unique item.
I want to say something about Etho. We asked him if we could have the tissue box from his setup, and he said he still needs it.
Yeah. And we understand it. That's a vital aspect of his setup. And you don't want to disrupt that.
Right, that's all you get.
The trolley is leaving. That is a Wandering Trader cooler, which is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And when we saw this room, when we were visualizing this, I saw those in the corner and I was like, those are going to be fun. Those are going to be fun. So we are 5 minutes away from the Imp and Skiz podcast / game show extraordinaire. And it's going to be amazing. My camera died, but I'm still here. Don't worry about me.